Dear students, today we will discuss about vectors in the course crash course for JEE mains and Neet. The first thing is we should focus on first what is meant by vectors and how many types are there and what will be the representation. Usually vectors means a quantity. Vector is a quantity which has both magnitude and direction, both magnitude and direction, that is vector. Example, for suppose a person travels by his car with velocity 20 meters per second. Here we did not mention any direction. That means this will give you the only scalar. But if I mention direction also, like east direction, then this will be vector, right? So here the main important thing is the quantity that must be having both magnitude and direction. We will represent vector with arrow, right? Whereas the size of the arrow will give you the size of the arrow, the length of the arrow will give you magnitude, and your head will give you the direction. It will give you the direction. And this is geometrical form. There is another form also. This is, let us say, this is vector A. And there is one more method, polar form. A is the magnitude and theta is the direction. Where this theta is from positive x-axis. That is measured from positive x-axis. And there is another method. This is called polar actually, polar form. And there is another form, rectangular form. A can be represented x in I direction plus y in j direction and z in k direction. And the magnitude of this vector can be calculated with the help of this formula. I coefficient square. Here what is the I coefficient? That means constant to the I direction. So this is the x square plus j coefficient y square plus k coefficient z square. Here for magnitude, we are taking only magnitude of the individual vector components along x-axis, y-axis and z-axis respectively. Okay. Next, types of vectors. Here, the main important types only we will discuss as part of the crash course. The very first type of the vector, I can choose my favorite vector, unit vector. Okay, unit vector is a vector whose magnitude is 1. That means here this a represents magnitude. That means this a value is equal to 1. If a is equal to 1, then this vector a is unit vector. I can call that a as the unit vector. And if you substitute a is equal to 1 here, surprisingly, you are getting a is 1 into a cap. Here what is a cap? Simply a cap is a vector by its magnitude. This is general formula for a cap, that is direction vector. And another name for this direction vector is unit vector. Another name for this one is the unit vector. Now, how to find out unit vector is the important question for us. How to find unit vector? Suppose if I give you a is equal to 3i cap plus 4j cap. If I want a unit vector, then a cap is equal to a vector by its magnitude. What is a vector? 3i plus 4j. And here, What is the magnitude? 3 square plus square root of 3 square plus 4 square. This will give us a cap equal to 3I plus 4j by, that is 5. You will be getting 0.6 in I direction plus 0.8 in j direction. This is the unit vector of a vector given 3I plus 4j, right? And next, very important type, and remaining types you can just like theoretical point of the things you can observe in our theory handout. Here another very important thing is orthogonal unit vector. Orthogonal unit vector means, suppose if I consider coordinate axis, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, right? So the vectors, the unit vectors along x-axis is, a unit vector along x-axis is I cap. Unit vector along y-axis is j cap. And unit vector along z-axis is k cap. This is 3D. If I want to express in 2D, 2D will be very simple. Only two axes. This is x, and for 2D we will represent y upward. So this is x and this is y. Here you will be having I cap like this horizontally and j cap upward like this vertically. Very simple, right? Now unit vector, direction vector, just now we have calculated, we have discussed. Let me give you one problem to solve. Let me take that problem here. A vector is given as a is equal to 6I plus 8j. I want unit vector a direction. And according to the formula, we know that a direction unit vector is equal to vector a by its magnitude. And vector a as it is 6I plus 8j over square root of I coefficient square 6 square plus j coefficient square 8 square, 6I plus 8j. Square root of 6 square is the 36, 8 square is the 48. Now we will get our favorite number here, 6I plus 8j over, what is 36 plus 48? Square root of 100. And square root of 100 can be taken as, we know, 6I plus 8j by 10. Okay, then what is the answer for that one? 0.6 I cap plus 0.8 j cap. You must remember one thing here. Earlier I gave an example for the vector. Which vector? 3I plus 4j. For this vector also you got unit vector same. That means unit vector along 3I plus 4j is 0.6I plus 0.8j and also 6I plus 8j. That means if you observe clearly, 6I plus 8j can be written as 2 times 3I plus 4j, right? So if any two vectors are represented something like this, if A is certain constant k into B, here, if k is greater than 0, they are called A and B are called parallel vectors. Parallel vectors. If k less than 0, then A and B are called anti-parallel vectors. Anti, not anti. Okay, anti-parallel vectors. Right? That means opposite vectors. Opposite vectors, right? Now next discussion, addition of vectors. We have two laws for addition of vectors. So before going for the laws, let me give you one geometrical method, analytical method for the vectors given in rectangular form. So if A is given something like this, 2i cap plus 3j cap plus 5k cap, and B is given as I cap minus 2j cap plus 6k cap. If I want to add them, simply you can add algebraically. Algebraically in the sense your usual algebra method, A plus B. Here what is the I component here? 1. Simple I cap means 1 into I cap. So A plus B. So for I component, what are the numbers available? 2 and 1. So 2 plus 1, 3I plus 3 plus minus 2, 1 into J cap plus 5 plus 6, 11K cap. So here A plus B can be taken as 3I plus J cap plus 11K cap. Very simple. And here no need to do this much lengthy procedure for competitive exam. Directly you can give answer by usual. See, 2 plus 1, 3. 3 minus 2 plus 3i plus j and 5 plus 6 plus 11k. Directly you can give answer. This is very important for this. This model is very important for Neet and MSET level problems. Now we have two vector laws. If these vectors are given in polar form, right? Actually here they are given in rectangular form, right? For rectangular form, no need of any laws. Directly you can solve. But if the vectors are given in polar form, how to handle? Because in polar form we don't know ijk components. So for that kind of the discussion, if for suppose A is given as certain value 3 at an angle 60 degrees and B is given as 4 at an angle 30 degrees, then how to proceed for such kind of the vectors. So for this we have two important laws and very easy. First law is triangular law of vector addition. Triangular law of vector addition. And the second law is parallelogram law of parallelogram law of vector addition. See, in these two laws, only geometry difference, but the formulae are same. Okay, so first we will see formulae and then special cases. See, a vector A is given like this. So let me take this as P so that the terminology will be different. For the beginning of the discussion, we are following vector A, vector B only. So let me take P here. P is added to a vector Q like this. Okay. And what will be the resultant of this one? Geometrically, we can add them. See, let me show you. Q plus P, right? And what is the resultant? R. R will be something like this. This is R. This geometrically we can do. Any 6th to 7th standard student also can do this one if the geometry is given. But instead of geometry, if you want to know, here R vector representation I am able to find out. But what is the magnitude of R and what is the angle made by R with the original vector? This is alpha, let us take. And the angle between two vectors is theta, let me take. And now what is R and R direction, right? That means alpha, what is alpha and what is R? Here R is the magnitude that is given direct formula. Because it is crash course, we can't derive this formula. For crash course, you must remember this formula. You might have studied already in your class 11 and 12. So R can be taken here. R is equal to P square plus Q square plus 2pq and cos theta. And the direction tan alpha can be taken as q sin theta over p plus q cos theta. These are the two formulae, very, very important. Direct questions will come in addition and subtraction of vectors. So please remember, this is for addition. If I want subtraction, subtraction formula is same. Let me take with the subtraction s. S is equal to p square plus q square, here minus 2pq cos theta, and tan alpha is given as same formula here. Only simple difference is here instead of plus you will get minus q cos theta. And generally we can write general formula for addition of two vectors or subtraction of two vectors. P plus or minus q, magnitude can be written as square root of p square plus q square. Here plus or minus 2pq cos theta, right? If plus is taken, here plus. If minus is taken, here minus. Simple. And direction also, tan alpha equal to q sin theta and p plus or minus q cos theta, right? This is generalization of the addition and subtraction. And let us see sub cases, right? Case 1, if theta equal to 0, what will be the resultant magnitude? Square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq cos theta. If theta equal to 0, what is cos theta? Cos theta is 1. So now r equal to square root of p square plus q square plus 2pq. It looks something like, I can write this as a plus b whole square formula. A square plus b square plus 2ab equal to a plus b whole square. So p square plus q square plus 2pq can be written as p plus q whole square. And I can write it as in the case of subtraction also, plus or minus, plus or minus, plus or minus. So r equal to, here square root cancel, p plus q for addition, and r equal to p minus q for subtraction. Here instead of r, let me take subtraction, yes. Simple. Okay. Now next one, case 2, theta equal to 180 degrees. If theta equal to 180 degrees, cos theta equal to minus 1. In that case, r is equal to square root of p square plus q square minus 2pq. So for addition, I will get, for addition and two vectors, I will get p minus q simply. But subtraction, I will get p plus q. For addition, if theta is 180 degrees, you should subtract them. For subtraction, if theta is 180 degrees, you should add them, right? And I can say this p minus q is the r minimum, whereas in this case, p plus q is the r maximum, right? Now, if theta is 90 degrees, what is cos theta? Cos theta is 0 degree. In that case, addition of two vectors magnitude is p square plus q square plus 2pq. Cos theta is 0. So you will be getting simply square root of p square plus q square. If theta is 90 degrees means it will give you right-handed. So here it looks like Pythagoras theorem. It is familiar to Pythagoras theorem, right? Very important. Now, special case. If the magnitudes of p and q are equal, how to handle? Very simple. Let P is equal to Q. Here if I want to do derivation, it may take nearly 5 to 10 minutes. So let me give you simple shortcut. P plus Q magnitude, that means R is a direct formula 2P cos theta by 2. Okay, and for subtraction P minus Q magnitude direct formula 2P sin theta by 2, whereas here alpha is theta by 2, directly theta by 2. Okay, and here also alpha is theta by 2. Okay, now let me solve a couple of numericals for the sake of it. Here the question is given, observe carefully. Sum of magnitudes of two vectors is 18. Let P and P is equal to P into its direction and Q is Q into its direction. Here magnitude of two vectors, that means according to given information P plus Q is equal to 18. Okay, magnitude of resultant is 12 and it is perpendicular to the smaller vector. Wow, magnitude of resultant, that means R is equal to 12. Remember one thing, if the R value is less than R maximum, R maximum means what? P plus Q. In that case, theta will be in second quadrant. That means the angle is greater than 90 degrees. In such cases, the vectors will be looking like this. Let me show you. P might be somewhere here and Q might be like this. Okay, and this is the angle between them, theta. This is P, this is Q. Let and resultant here is like this, R. Okay, and it is perpendicular to smaller vector. They have given like this. So according to this triangle, I can write Q square is equal to P square plus R square, right? And here R square can be written as Q square minus P square, and this can be written as, let me take mu here, this can be written as R square equal to Q plus P times Q minus P, and R value is the 12 and Q plus P is the 18 square and Q minus P. So Q minus P is here. By solving this, so no need to waste time here as it is crash course. I am leaving this for you people. Okay, you try after this by using this hint. You try. See, you are left with R value as 12 and P plus Q is 18 and Q minus P we don't know. After getting this Q minus P is equal to some value and Q plus P is with you 18, just add them. Here you will get 2Q is equal to something. Then from this you can solve. Okay, next problem. Yes. Yeah, subtraction we have completed. Yes. One more problem. Here A is given 10 meters due east. So direction given, magnitude given. And B is 10 meters due north. So whenever you get question something similar to this, you should write in terms of the orthogonal unit vectors. East means positive x-axis. So 10 I cap and B is 10 J cap. And here we should calculate magnitude and direction of A minus B. See, clearly it indicates the angle between them, theta is 90 degrees. It is very clear. And now we want magnitude of A minus B. Magnitude of A minus B is square root of A square plus B square minus 2AB cos theta. What is cos theta here? Cos 90. And that will give you cos 90 is 0. So square root of 10 square plus 10 square and you will be getting 10 root 2. And direction of A minus B. What is direction of A minus B? Direction formula is tan alpha equal to tan alpha. In the case of subtraction, q sin theta by p minus q cos theta. So if theta is 90 degrees, we know that cos 90 equal to 0 and sin 90 equal to 1. By substituting those values, we can get here q by p. What is q value? 10. What is p value? 10. So 10 by 10 will give you 1. If tan alpha is equal to 1, 1 can be written as tan 45 degrees. So alpha is 45 degrees. Direction is 45 degrees and magnitude is 10 root 2. Okay. Next. Initial and final velocity of a car are 30 meters due north and 40 meters due east. Calculate magnitude and direction of change in velocity. And remember one thing here, change means final minus initial, okay, or second quantity minus first quantity. See, let me write down the given things in terms of the vector. Initial 30 meters in north. So V1 is 30 in J direction. And V2 is 40 in east. That means 40 in I direction. Right? And I want magnitude and direction. So here clearly it indicates change in velocity is V2 minus V1, subtraction of vectors. In the case of subtraction of vectors, just now we have solved magnitude is, and here it clearly indicates east and north, theta is 90 degrees. So simple, change in velocity magnitude is square root of 30 square plus 40 square, and which can give me here square root of 900 plus 1600, which will result in 2500, which will give me 50 meters per second. And direction is tan alpha is q by p. Just now we have solved previous question. So q is the, here what is q? P minus q means first vector. This is something like q, this is something like p. P minus q, q minus p, q by p means 30 by 40, and this is 3 by 4. 3 by 4 in tan, we can write tan 37 degrees. So direction alpha is equal to 37 degrees. Okay. Next. Angle between two vectors of equal magnitude. Angle between two vectors of equal magnitude theta. Then magnitude of change in vector. Already we discussed this one. In the case of equal vectors and subtraction, S is given as 2p sine theta by 2. It is JEE subjective question, so it has given as a derivation part. No need to do derivation. Directly you can remember 2p sine theta by 2. And next one, sum of two unit vectors is also an unit vector. Calculate magnitude of their difference. Calculation of their difference. See, just now we have understood in the case of two equal vectors, the magnitude S is 2p sine theta by 2. And here the given things are sum of two unit vectors. Sum of two unit vectors means what? Its magnitude. A magnitude is 1 and B magnitude is 1. And their addition also, C, let me take A plus B, that is also again unit vector. That means the magnitude is 1. Simple. But here I don't know the angle between them. See, it is very simple. A equal to 1 and equal to B, that equal to C, that we know. And C is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. Okay. So here I will take C is 1 equal to square root of A square 1, B square 1, 2AB 2 into 1 into cos theta. And square on both sides you will be getting 1 plus 1 2 plus 2 cos theta, and that is, or if you feel it is a lengthy method, you can use another way. It can be written as 2 into p into cos theta by 2, where p is the magnitude of a and b, that is 2 cos theta by 2. I can scratch this one, and c magnitude is the 1. So cos theta by 2 is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 can be written in terms of the cos as cos 60. So theta by 2 is 60. Theta is the 120 degrees. So now I got theta. And after getting theta, I need to do magnitude of their difference. So for that purpose, in the case of their difference, again what is the formula? Difference S is equal to 2p sine theta by 2, whereas p is the magnitude, I know, unit vector 1. Sine what is theta? Theta is 120. Sine 120 by 2, that is 2 into 1 into sine 120 by 2, sine 60. And sine 60 is root 3 by 2. So here 2 and 2 get cancelled. 2 and 2 get cancelled. So we are left with root 3. So root 3 is the answer for this question. Okay. Next. Resolution of vector. Resolution of vector sometimes very helpful even in other chapters also. Resolution means if any vector is there like this or at an angle theta with a horizontal, let me assume with a horizontal theta, and I can express this. Let me construct a perpendicular line here. So let me assume this has y and this has x, so it will form a right angle triangle. From this I can write, let me take r magnitude as the r. I can write x is equal to r cos theta and y is equal to r sin theta. If I construct a coordinates here, like by assuming the initial point of the vector as the origin, and this is y-axis, this is x-axis. So in this case, I can express this point as the x comma y. So r can be written as x in I direction plus y in j direction. What is x value here? R cos theta in I direction plus r sin theta in j direction. This is r. So here r cos theta and r sin theta are x and y, which are mutually perpendicular. So the conclusion here is Any vector, if you take any vector A at an angle theta, and this can be resolved into two perpendicular vectors. One is A cos theta, another one is A sin theta, and two are mutually perpendicular. So I must include to represent that I and J, right? A cos theta is the AX here, A sin theta is AY here. We can represent like this also, right? Next problem. A force is acting on a body 20 newtons due 53 degrees south of east. This south of east is the confusion part for most of the students. See, if you construct a coordinate system like this, okay, let me consider east is here and north is here. Definitely south will become like this and west will become like this. See, the vector given is south of east. So east is the reference. So from reference south direction is the downward. So how much angle? 53 degrees, and the vector here is 53 degrees south of east, that means towards south from the east. How much magnitude? 20. And now you should resolve into two components. It is very easy. Once you know angle like this will be, let me take with another color, and this will be adjacent 53 degrees. So 20 cos 53 degrees, and this one is 20 sine 53 degrees. I can write this one in terms of the rectangular form here. This is 20 cos 53 in which direction? I direction, plus 20 sine 53 in which direction? Minus j direction. And I know that tan 53 degrees is the 4 by 3. So cos 53 can be written as 20 times cos 53 is 3 by 5 I direction, plus 20 sin 53 is 4 by 5, and here minus can move left side, and here it can, plus can become here minus, right? J direction. Now 5 1 5 4. Similarly 5 1 5 4. So you will be getting 12 I cap minus 16 J cap is the final answer. Okay. Next, three forces are acting on a body: 30 newtons due east, 40 newtons due north, 50 newtons due 37 west of north. West of north is the second quadrant. Okay, so you will be getting I minus and J plus. Simple. So what is the total force? Total force is equal to F1 plus F2 plus F3. Okay, something familiar. F2 means something familiar for the students here. F1 can be written as 30 east I direction plus F2 is 40 north J direction plus F3. F3 can be written as 37 means cos 37 degrees is the 4 by 5 and sine 37 degrees is the 3 by 5. So I can write it as 50 cos 37 4 by 5 and x-axis minus I plus 50 sine, so 3 by 5 j direction. So I can write F3 as 40 minus I direction plus 30 plus j direction. Now adding them, minus 10I plus 70j. This is the F vector, but the question is magnitude and direction. So here again little more simplification. What is magnitude for this one? I coefficient square minus 10 whole square plus 70 whole square. You will be getting square root of 100 plus 70 square 4900. This is square root of 5000. I can write as 50 root 2. This is F magnitude. And the direction is tan inverse of j coefficient 70 by I coefficient of minus 10. So tan inverse of minus 7 is the direction. Okay. Next, resolution of vectors in 3D. It is very simple. Adjacent angle, we just now observed that adjacent angle is the cos theta. The vector here is the OD, and this OD is making alpha with x-axis, beta with y-axis, and gamma with z-axis. Gamma with the z-axis. So I can write that vector as cos alpha. Here ax is the a cos alpha, ay is the a sin. What is the angle with y-axis? Beta. And with z-axis, gamma. Yes, sorry, not sin beta. I am sorry. Cos beta. A cos beta. And here a cos gamma. A cos gamma. And now I can represent this vector in 3D. A is equal to ax in I direction plus ay in j direction plus az in k direction. And I can write this one as ax is the a cos alpha I cap plus a cos beta j cap plus a cos gamma k cap. This is vector A. Okay. Now, dot product. Scalar product. For suppose two vectors are given A and B, and angle between them is theta. Theta is angle between A and B. If the multiplication of the two products is the scalar quantity, that is called scalar product. The formula is the AB cos theta. Very simple formula. Here, if two vectors are given in polar form and in rectangular form, how to handle? Let us see. If A is equal to A at an angle theta 1 and B equal to B at an angle theta 2. And here from these two, what is the theta? Theta is always, you remember, difference between theta 1 and theta 2. I am saying difference. So always positive value. If it is 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 30, 60 difference, 30. You should not take 30 minus 60. You should take always 60 minus 30. Always larger value to small value. That is why I wrote here difference. Okay. Now, after getting theta, A dot B is AB cos theta. Simple. For suppose, if A is given AX in I direction plus AY in J direction plus AZ in K direction, something like in rectangular form, IJK form, then in that case, how to handle? Very simple. Let me write B also. Bx in I direction plus By in J direction plus Bz in K direction. Okay. Here, A dot B is simple. I coefficient square. I coefficients here are Ax and Bx. Multiply them. Ax, Bx plus Ay and By plus Az and Bz. Simple. Direct formula. Okay. Next. Application of scalar product. Where do we apply? See, we apply scalar product whenever we need a couple of the type of the problems. First one, to find angle between two vectors. To find angle between two vectors. Okay. Here two vectors will be given in rectangular form. Remember, A and B are in rectangular form. In that case, you should apply A dot B by AB is the cos theta. I hope you can understand this. Simply, A dot B is the AB cos theta. Here AB is taken on the side. And second, to find work done, or instead of going physical applications, let me come to one more mathematical application. To find component of A along B, that means A cos theta in B direction. That's it. Component of A along B. So A cos theta is the what? A dot B by B. So in that case also we will apply. To find out the A cos theta, you should go here only. A cos theta can be find out by A cos theta is equal to what? Again A dot B by B. Simple. Right? This is the way to find out. Now let me take. Similarly, a component of B along A also same way. And third one, work done is equal to dot product of force and displacement. Fourth one, power is equal to dot product of force and velocity. Right? To find out such kind of the applications, direct questions in JEE mains and Neet. Okay, next. Yeah, we got one more question based on the application of the dot product. See, force is given and velocity is given directly. Power. What is power? Force dot velocity. So first, what is force? Force is 100 newtons along east of south. East of south, fourth quadrant. So 37 degrees, fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant means you will get minus I and minus j. Right? South of, sorry, east of south, fourth quadrant. In that case, directly I am writing 100 cos 37 is 4 by 5. 100 cos 37, 100 cos 37 in minus I direction plus 100 sin 37 in minus j direction. So cos 37 is the 4 by 5. So 4 by 5 means 80 minus 80i. Here sin 37 means 3 by 5. So that is minus 60j. This is F. Similarly, and velocity is given due west only, directly west. West means minus I. So minus 5i and no other j component plus 0j. And for power we want to dot product F dot B equal to I component of multiplication directly. 80 into 5, 400. Minus into minus plus. So 400. 60 into 0, 0. So 0. So now what is power here? Power is the 400 joules per second. Okay. This is very simple. Next. R1, R2 is given and work done we should find out. See, what is work done? Just now we have seen work done is the force into displacement. But the displacement is not given directly, only force is given. But here, first vector, second vector is given. Simple. S is the R2 minus R1. Right? So what is R2? 2, sorry, minus I plus 2j minus 3k minus 2I minus j plus k. So from these two things we can get displacement S is equal to minus I minus 2j minus 2I, that is minus 3I plus 2j plus j plus 3j and minus 3k minus k minus 4k. This is S. And similarly F is 5i plus 3j minus k, and I want dot product. Direct answer. I component multiplication, minus 3 into 5, minus 15, plus 3 into plus 3, plus 9, minus 4 into minus 1, plus 4. You are getting 13 minus 15, which is minus 2. So work done is the, here we will take 2 joules, only magnitude we will take in the case of work done, right? 2 joules. Or in the options, if you get minus 2 joules, you should take minus 2 joules only. If the options, if they don't give minus 2, then go for 2 joules. Okay. Now, angle between two vectors. Angle between two vectors cos theta is equal to P1 dot P2 by P1 magnitude into P2. For that, what is P1 dot P2? I and I. 4 into minus 1, minus 4. Minus 5 into plus 1, minus 5. 6 into 2, 12. So, minus 9 plus 12, 3 by P1 magnitude. What is P1 magnitude? P1 magnitude can be calculated with the help of direct formula. Square root of 4 square, that is 16, plus minus 5 square, 25, plus 6 square, 36. 30, 20, 50, plus 10, 60. 12 plus 5, 19. 60 plus 19, 79. That is square root of 79. Similarly, P2 magnitude, square root of 1 plus 1 plus 4, that is square root of 6. So you are going to get 79 into 6, right? You will be getting 476, right? Almost 4, yeah, 474 square root of. And theta is the cos inverse of 3 by square root of 474. This is the way to find an angle between two vectors. Next. And calculate component of A along B. Let me take B like this, and let me take A like this. Okay. And component of A along B means what? Let me resolve A into two components. This is A perpendicular, this is A parallel. So this is, if the angle between them is the theta, this is A cos theta. Along B, so along B means what? Direction is B. Okay, direction is the B. And magnitude is the A cos theta. Right? So I want a new vector, that is A cos theta in which direction? B direction. So how can I get A cos theta? If I do A dot B, AB cos theta, from this, A cos theta is what? A cos theta is, from this I can write A cos theta as A dot B by B magnitude into B direction. B direction means what? B by B. So I will get A dot B by B square times B vector. This is the formula. And for that, you should substitute A dot B. A dot B, you perform A dot B, you find out B vector magnitude. So that is root 2. And A dot B is directly, I can say 3 plus 4j. So A dot B is 7. Now I can write A dot B 7 by B square 2 into B vector I plus j. So I will get 3.5 I plus 3.5 j is the vector I want. Okay. Next, cross product. So cross product is, let me take two vectors A cross B, is its magnitude is the AB sine theta and its direction is the n cap, whereas n cap is unit vector which is perpendicular to A and B both, right? It is very easy. Magnitude is the AB sine theta and direction is the perpendicular direction to both A and B. Next, application of cross product. Cross product is used for to find out torque, to find out linear velocity. Okay, torque is the R cross F, and here it is V is the R cross omega. So to find out such kind of the things, we will use cross product. Okay, I hope you have understood the vectors.